Greetings, Commanders! Welcome to Crash Landing episode 31, recorded on the 18th of January 2014. How are you today, Alien?
Oh, I'm okay, thank you.
So as you can probably see by now, we're going to play a bit more of our Kerbal challenges, and I'm not drinking anything alcoholic tonight because of the poor performance yesterday. Although that means I've got no excuse when I inevitably crash and burn on this, which will happen. So we were just having a quick natter, weren't we, today, about how we've been described as the Yogs cast of Elite Dangerous.
Yes, I think that's a compliment.
I think, yeah, I'm quite chuffed with that, actually. That's quite nice. So where do we get to? So we did manage to land on the moon last night, didn't we? We managed to get there and get back, and we had some pretty good points from that. So I think we use the same rocket design, and we'll try and get to the other moon. Minmus, as it's called. See how far we get on that. Clear the launch pad. Yes, we were playing around yesterday, weren't we?
Being silly.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out why a space plane going down the runway veers to the left.
Still haven't worked it out. Not a clue. I'm going to have to go back and have a look at what I was doing wrong on that one. Figure out what the heck was happening. I really don't understand why it was scooching to the side like that.
Well, don't cars naturally do that with the tracking? Veer
Yeah,
off one
yeah,
way
you're
or
right.
another.
You're right. They're set up to do that, aren't they? I don't know if the same thing is applicable to that. I shall have to go back and look at my
Here's me
design.
sounding like I know about cars. I don't drive. I've never owned a car.
No, but I mean, it's got to be something. I mean, it probably could have been something really daft, like I just had one of the little things on the back off center, and it just decided to veer off to the side. So here we go. Got the 6 rockets. So I watched a good video this morning, actually, from another one from Scott Manley, where he managed to get completely into orbit, blindfolded essentially. He wasn't looking at the screen at all. Wasn't any visual or audio. No, I think he was listening to it actually. But yeah, he was basically not watching the screen at all and managed to get his rocket all the way up into orbit. It just makes me sick, considering how badly I was doing last night. Probably should throttle back, but hey, we'll still make it.
Ken Payton says, "Greetings, Kerrash."
Hey,
if you haven't seen that already.
yes, greetings, Commander.
He says there's a big fight going on in Eve tonight, up to 4,000 people in the fight.
Do you know what? I did see that, and I thought, I'm going to be competing with the big boys reviewers tonight. So I wondered whether it was worth it. But I thought, sod it, I don't care. People can always catch up again if they want to see.
Yeah.
So let's get ourselves up to nearly 100 Ks. We're getting close. Come on. Alright, there we go. Bank ourselves over. Can't believe I've actually got quite a bit of fuel left. That makes a nice change.
Jebediah's happy down in the corner.
He's loving this one. Yeah, this is a pretty good design. As my designs go, they're usually completely chaotic and random, and they never work. But this one's working quite well. So let's wait until we get Apoapsis up a little bit closer. Okie dokie. Are we going to get anywhere tonight? That is the question.
Okay, here's one of my "has someone tried this yet in Kerbal Space Program" questions.
Go ahead.
You know the Princess Leia's ship at the start of the Star Wars film, and I'm talking about Star Wars: A New Hope. In the original trilogy, at the very start of the film, you have Princess Leia's ship go past the camera, and you got like what was it, 11 engines on the back in a 4-3-4 formation.
Oh wow! Oh dear.
Excuse me. And I'm just wondering if someone's tried to make Princess Leia's ship at the start of Star Wars.
It's worth a shot. We can definitely try and stitch something together and see if we can get somewhere close to it. That'd be an interesting thing.
Do you know what I mean about the engines?
Yeah, I mean, like 4 in
row
the
of
center
four,
and then 2
th-
external.
three sort of in between on the next level, next
Oh,
layer up,
like
and
a
then 4 again on the next level up. So
yeah.
you've got like making a hexagon
Yeah, like an
pattern
elongated hexagon. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, that is a weird weird arrangement, but yeah, we can certainly try it out. Okay, we've lost that stage. That would explain why I was not accelerating anymore. So, only problem with being in map view is you can't tell how much fuel you've got. It's a right pain in the backside. Well, you can put this on up in the top right here. You can put this stage only, so you can see how much fuel you've got on the current stage. But I just find that a little bit. It's not as intuitive as it having it down in the bottom left corner with the rest of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on. Got this. Just waiting for this orbit pattern to just creep around the planet. Come on. It does take quite a while to do these sort of things when you're doing it live. It's the benefit of recording offline, I suppose, isn't it? You get it all sped up nicely for you. Just trying to keep that little... so you see then the bottom on the nav ball, we've got that little velocity vector, the green-yellow colour sort of thing, is trying to keep it on the horizon. That should keep my apoaps up at the point I'm at. So basically the highest point of my orbit is not going to get any lower. That's what I'm trying to do there. Okay.
Right.
Okay, cool, nice. We got about 2/3 of the fuel left. Excellent. Now we've got to set ourselves up in a position to capture this thing. So I think roughly here might be, if I've done it right. Let's see if this little thing gets anywhere close. No, nowhere near. Okay, let's try that again. See, the problem is this position of this moon is a little bit further out than the other one, so I'm not sure exactly where I should be aiming to. Oh, no, that's the wrong moon. That's no moon.
This is not the moon you're looking for.
Oh, okie dokie, right, so we can see on here now, we've got these two little, you've got this little down arrow and this little up arrow showing you whereabouts you're going to approach that target. So if we scooch this around, we should be able to get this closer to it. Oh god, this is difficult. Oh, there we go. There and there. Let's bring that in slightly. So it's because this particular moon's on a very, very odd axis. You know, it's slightly tilted. If I go down to the horizon now, you can see that this moon is tilts ever so slightly in relative to the other orbit. So it's kind of tricky to get it in just the right place.
Yeah.
Oh! Ever so tiny encounter there, but that's good. As soon as you get close enough to it, you get a little purple indicator on there, and you can see that it's going to actually get close enough to it to be useful. Whoops. Just tweak this slightly. Oh, damn it. I hate it when it just the right spot, and then it just skims out. There we go. Right, I'm just going to leave it there. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it, considering my usual attempts. Right. Spinning around. There's our vector. So we've got solar panels now. That was one thing. Every time I played this game before, I always forgot about the having solar panels. Well, at least, you know, with the science mode on, you can't get solar panels until later on when you're playing in career mode. But I always used to forget about them, and I'd end up completely out of electricity halfway on the trip. Pain.
Oh.
Pain. Like I said, the simulation of this is so annoying. Oh, you can't do that. Yeah, I forgot. Okie dokie. Let's get closer to this. Okay, T-minus 40 seconds down at the bottom there. I'm not sure how good the text comes through, actually, Alien. Down on the bottom there, it's green text highlighted. I'm not sure if that's actually coming through clear enough in the stream for everyone to see.
It's too small for me. I don't have the computer projected onto a cinema screen.
Yeah, that is the problem with stream. I mean, hopefully soon I can get the internet up to fiber and I can stream it at 1080p. That's the annoying thing with all home internet is it's obviously is much faster up than it is down.
Yeah.
Down than it is up, I should say. So
Right,
as well as everyone might be able to receive 1080p, but I don't stand a chance in heck of sending it up. So it's a right pain for me.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Just try and chase that little blue cursor, and that should send us on our way. In theory. But it is a 1.5 minute burn, and I think I've overcooked the position, but never mind. I'll get there. Damn.
Talking about projecting, instead of having a monitor, using a projector and projecting it on your computer onto a screen. I have some money.
Oh,
I'm
right.
starting to save. I'm just looking now to see how much a projector is.
Oh, what? Too rich for my blood, I'm afraid.
Well, I'm terrible with money. I start getting some money and I'm like, ooh, what can I spend it on?
Burns a hole in your pocket.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
And I've got a certain page open, and because I used to play guitar.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and I'm a big Queen fan.
Excellent.
So I've got a certain page open of Brian May's website for his guitars.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm looking at getting one of them. Don't ask me why. That's 650 quid.
Oh dear.
A projector will be cheaper.
Yeah. My God, that's a lot of money. Alright, now
I'll probably just
now we have a
save
problem.
it and save it and save it till I need it for something.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? There's all these nice things that you can have, but then that reality kicks in. Here. Come on, where's this maneuver gone? Okay.
How's your new job going, by the way?
Yeah, excellent actually. It's a really, really nice place. The people are fantastic, so much better than what I've been used to actually. So it's a bit of a shock to the system after how things have been.
You were telling me about the commute.
Yeah, I got that slightly wrong. What I did say actually, I think it's about 28 miles. I think on a trip. So there and back is 28. No, well, 28 miles there, 28 miles back. There we go. I'll explain it better one day. But yeah, it's a bit of a commute, but it's well worth it. It's a much better job. The pay's much better. The people are much better. So I've got no qualms doing that. So sometimes you gotta no pain, no gain sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm currently between jobs, so if anyone out there wants to consider employing me, let me know.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, pretty good company I'm working for. That I could probably put a word in for you, but it's a bit of a trek for you.
Considering I don't drive, yeah.
Yeah, it's a heck of a drive. Oh dear. 14 hours to this next thing. This is quite a way out, this one. So I've had to make a maneuver to adjust in the middle of our orbit path here because I realised See, it's funny. It's like when you're making a small maneuver, you can kind of get
Yeah.
away with the time for doing it. You can get it close to, but you don't have to get it exactly spot on. But with this, I've got a exactly 3 second burn. I can do it pretty much smack on the point of that maneuver. And I think what I did wrong on that last maneuver was because it was a 2.5 minute burn. I should have done it kind of halfway between the point of no return, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, so I should have started burning like a minute and 15 seconds before I got to that point, and then a minute and 15 seconds after I passed that point, in order to do it. So even though I lined up that trajectory quite well, I burnt it completely the wrong time. It's all about timing when you're trying to travel in space.
Yeah. Question from Ken Payton.
Oh,
What do
yeah,
you
sure.
do?
What do I do for a job? Oh, I'm a software developer. I'm just one of those crazy IT guys that you hear lots about. Yeah, I've been into development for a long time, and Elite was one of those games that encouraged me to get into the swing of things, so to speak. It was very inspiring, sort of. The technology behind that game, with the procedural generation and stuff, it kind of fascinated me. It's like how that could be possible. So it very much intrigued me, and I wanted to know how it all worked. So that's why I got into what I do today. So what are we looking at now? So I think, yep, we are actually on an encounter now. Excellent. It's going to be a very, very small encounter, but an encounter nonetheless. That'll allow us to adjust our orbit and get there.
Dare I say, a brief encounter?
It will be a close encounter, but
Of the third kind?
not of the third kind, no. Of the old kind, because I'm about to crash. So I do like the things. If I hover over these things, you probably can't read the text, but when you do get an encounter, it tells you how long you've got in between. So the point where I actually encounter the body I'm targeting, it will be in just under 3 hours, and then I will escape it in just over 6 hours. So it tells me I've got a 3 hour window to slow myself down into an orbit, which is nice. That's plenty of time, should be. The gravity of this thing is obviously a lot lower than the other moon that we landed on yesterday. There
Right.
we go. So I will get closest approach 1.5 kilometers away from the surface, which is a heck of a way. So I need to slow this. Whoa, right down.
Coming back to Close Encounters of the Third Kind,
Mm-hmm.
BBC recently had Monsters v Aliens on.
Oh, excellent! I love that film. It's one of my
I
boys'
love the bit
favourites.
where the president goes up onto the podium to communicate with the robot, and there's a keyboard.
Yeah, that's
And then
excellent.
the first thing he does is the Close Encounters of the Third Kind 5 note thing. Do 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 do. And then he starts playing Axel F. Oh, it's so funny.
Brilliant. Love that. I think he's promptly swatted by the giant alien then, isn't he? But never mind. Funny nonetheless. No, I do like that film. My boys enjoy that one. We've got a large collection of DVDs that we just watch on repeat. We just got to cycle. We're going to have to set up a script or something so they just keep going through these damn DVDs over and over and over. There we go. Right, so again, so what I'll try and do now, see if we can get closer to it. So I've got an estimated burn for this this particular maneuver, 35 seconds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start burning about 17 seconds before I get to the node, because I think that's what I'm doing wrong with these maneuvers. You live and learn. That's the way to look at these things.
Right.
I should really look it up, look at a wiki, something like that. I prefer to learn on the job. That's just how I work. Suck it and see. Right, coming up on a minute now, so let's shut down the engine. It's the other thing I found as well. I don't know if it's the best way of doing it, but if you shut down the engine and then kind of put it on full power, and then oh, there we go. Yeah, shut down the engine, put it on full power, and then you can kind of immediately activate it on full power. There's probably a button I'm missing that does that for you. It would make more sense. But, right, so we're lined up. go. 17 seconds. See if this brings this axis down as I expect. We should be burning for about t plus 17 seconds, so according to my back of fag paper calculations. That's how we fly on the I should rename this the Kerrash space program, shouldn't I? It's completely non-scientific. There we go, coming up to 1 meter difference. Come on, 1 meter per second. There we go. How did that do? Almost spot on. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing wrong then. Instead of waiting for the exact point of the maneuver, I should be waiting for half of the burn time before I make the burn. That seems to make a heck of a difference. Okie dokie, let's bring ourselves into a nice circular orbit to make life a little easier. I've just got that song in my head now.
You're going to have the copyright problems on you.
Ah, that's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah, just mumbling a tune and they're going to be slamming
I probably
me.
didn't help with the Close Encounters one.
It's so frustrating. There's things like that, you know. If you just
YouTube probably won't recognise the Close Encounters one because I can't sing. So it'll have been out of tune to begin with.
But no, it is ridiculous. I've had so many issues with YouTube on things like that. I've actually I've completely removed the monetization because I had it cleared by Frontier that I could monetize the videos on YouTube, and the only reason I did it was because every time I uploaded the video, YouTube nagged at me like, "You can monetize these. Do it, go on, you can do it," and sort of thing like that. And it's like,
you can make us loads of money. We don't care about you.
Exactly. It wasn't for me. It was because they could skim off the top for the advertising. And then, of course, I was like, all right, finally, I'll do it. You know, I'll put it in. And I kind of agreed with the guys at Frontier. I said, I will just, I'll just put it on. If I do get any money, I want to put it into the Elite Fund, you know. And I was like, I'm not after trying to get advertising revenue or anything from this. And they were like, fine, yeah, no problem, do it. Within 2 days of me doing it, YouTube sends me all of these ban hammer notifications about how I can't monetize this one because it contains copyright material, blah 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 blah, and then wanting me to prove that I had the authorization from Frontier to do it, and blah 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 blah. And it's like, really? Do you want anyone to use this system at all? I was like, do you know what? I just turned it all off, and I sent a notification, sent another notice back to Frontier and said, look, I've turned it off for now. I said, if you do get chance to come up with something, you know, to confirm that I'm allowed, then please send it through, and I'll forward it on to these idiots at YouTube. But until then, just screw them. It's just so crazy. But then, like you said, it's exactly that, really, isn't it? It's the only thing they're really considering is how they can skim off the top of the advertising revenue. But right, coming up to t minus 10 seconds. I don't know where this mun's gone. We should be quite close to it. Never mind. Shut down this engine again. I really should have set up a key. So that was one of the things I was showing last night, actually, was you can set up these these hotkeys, have one to turn the engine on and off. So I really should do that on my next design. When we upgrade this, with the next bit of science points we get, we'll buy a few more parts and we'll upgrade this this ship to do some more cool things. So right, now we need to decide where on this body we are going to land. So there's a couple of lowland areas which are smoother. I think that's going to be a good starting point for me, given my track record. No comments there. Okay, so we're going to aim right on the edge of that, and hopefully when we slow down, I'll be in the right position. So we're coming up on. It's only a 3-second burn. See, this is the great thing about this body having much lower gravity, is the maneuver burns are just so much less. You know, I only need 100 meters per second, you know, to stay in orbit around this tiny little moon. It's excellent.
Do you know what would be funny?
Mm-hmm.
If you replace the word second with tribble.
I can try. I will forget it at one point, but I'll try and do that now.
It's only a 3 tribble burn.
Yeah, it's I'm only travelling at 80.6 tribbles per second, so. Of course, aren't those copyright as well? We're going to end up in so much trouble for this feed. It's Trumbles, isn't it? Trumbles. We're gonna have to say.
Oh
Trumbles,
yeah.
yes.
Troubles. Yeah.
Right, let's get ourselves down.
I did not now nor ever say triple.
Yeah.
Oh, I just said it.
Damn! Said it again. Oh, knee.
Yeah, we're bordering on a Monty Python sketch.
Yeah, definitely. Oh dear.
Is it the knights
The
scene
knights
in Holy
who say
Grail?
knee. Yes, I love that.
Can't say it.
Yeah. Oh, I said it. I said it again. Ah, now you're saying it. Oh, I love it. Monty Python, one of my favourites. My father introduced me to Monty Python at an age that I was probably not appropriate to be viewing it, but I absolutely loved it. And it didn't take me
I
at
can't
all.
remember how I first got into Monty Python. I'll be honest. I can't remember.
Oh,
I know. I mentioned last night I had the Commodore 64 computer game, but that was before I'd seen any of the TV series and the movies.
Ah, right. Well, I distinctly remember watching some of the TV shows late at night with my dad. Usually when my mum had gone out, so she never found out. But she probably wouldn't be happy. I'm confessing on the air to Mum. I'm sorry, Mum. I wasn't old enough to be watching it. Not that she watches the stream, but someone will go and tell her now, won't they? One of my cousins or something. I say, do you realise what he said last night? Right. Of course, I forgot with this planet. It's rotating ever so slightly, so it's going to be very difficult to land on these areas, because this planet rotates quite quickly for its size, really. But hey, we're only going 70 meters a second, so I think we've got a big enough engine that we can do a suicide burn. I've said that several times. I don't think I've actually explained what a suicide burn is. It's kind of self-explanatory, but it's basically wait until the last second to kick all the thrusters in. So it looks like I'm not going to land quite near where I wanted to, but I can probably make an adjustment burn.
I don't think Jebediah knows what's coming.
He still seems quite happy, the fool. Oh, we've got Bill in the cockpit tonight. I didn't realise myself. It's Bill Kerman.
Oh right, sorry.
But, they all look the same. All these Kerbals. Right, now where the heck am I? So if I tilt the axis that way, you notice that I'm 10 meters a second down. This is how low the gravity is on this this thing. It's right. We want to go 45 degrees to the north axis, and that should get us over there. Oh, I cannot warp fast when I'm really. Yeah, it puts all sorts of constraints in it. You can't speed up time when you're at certain altitudes, which is probably a good thing, really, because you can imagine you go crashing into things because you're travelling at a ridiculous speed and you didn't notice, and then you speed up time to 10 times, and then you're just, oh!
Yeah, I wonder what other game does that.
Yeah. I will have to play some more of that, actually. I haven't gone back to my save game since the last time I streamed it. I gotta get that hankering to start playing Frontier again at some point.
I think it's funny you didn't even need me to give a hint.
Yeah, I just know like the back of my hand, you know. Yeah, that is the thing, isn't it? You get so used to these things. Right, spin this around, come on. I'm hoping I don't slam into the surface of the thing. Please, please, Kerbal gods, be kind. Hopefully I can do slightly better this night. I think that shows the dangers of drinking and flying a spacecraft. Not a good plan. I think we're going to land just on the edge. I want to try and get there as quick as I can, but obviously the quicker you try and do things, the more you open yourself up for mistakes.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna. 30 meters per second. That's actually a pretty survivable impact, really.
Is that water you're heading over?
No, it's just kind of like a crystalline stuff. I've landed on it before and I've taken a surface sample. It does explain it, but it isn't actually liquid on this planet. I'm wondering whether we can be really... No, I don't want to risk it. I'm just going to ditch this stage, I think. Where is my shadow? I can't see my shadow. Whoops! Whoops! That was tempting fate. Let's just just scooch off to the side there. You'll see in a second how close I come to complete failure then. Oh my word. Oh dear, dear, dear. That I thought was going to end in disaster. It was the quick emergency ejecting. Oh my! Whoa! Never mind. Never mind. So these landing struts, I think they can withstand something like a 20 meter per second impact anyway. So they will take a bit of a battering if need be. There's my shadow. It was, of course, the sun's very, very low on the horizon. So there we go. That's the way to do it. And rather frustratingly, we don't actually have ladders in our arsenal of equipment yet, which is a pain in the backside. Right here, let's do a crew report before I forget, because I forgot to do that last time. There we go. So it's the Minmus's Lesser Flats is the area we're in. And there's no interesting crew report. We can see how much the goo likes it. I observe the goo again, completely mundane. I think they've got a plan to get the community to fill in a bunch of comments on this thing. No, damn. So you're not going to see anything for a few seconds there, but the game just decided to unabatedly explode on me. It just completely, utterly died. Don't you hate it when that happens? And I can't remember the last time I hit save. Oh, wonderful! There's my desktop and everything just spread all over the internet. Love it. Thank you. Damn. Oh, I didn't see Ken Payton's comment on there. He's a software engineer as well. Come on, Kerbal. See, this is alright. I think it might be something to do with the video capture software I'm using, because I've had absolutely no issues with Kerbal whatsoever up until starting to stream it. So I'm assuming it's the interference of all the extra stuff I'm running, and that is kind of the problem, because I know a lot of people have been asking me about the performance of Elite Dangerous and everything, and how well it runs on my system. I can't really give an accurate measure of that whilst I'm playing it, because obviously with a heck of a lot of other stuff going on there, streaming, the recording stuff, it's it has a big impact on the way the game works.
Yeah.
That's going to be even more so when we come to playing the multiplayer in the next update, because obviously that's going to be impacting my network as well. If I've got the majority of my upload bandwidth is being taken by by the game, and then trying to do the stream at the same time, it's going to cause me some serious problems. I'm going to start seeing lag and everything on there, so it's going to be a right pain.
You need to build a server.
That would be nice. I would love that. I need fibre. I need damn fibre. It's really frustrating. Everyone else in my area has got fibre to the cabinet now. I can't get it because I'm so close to the exchange. There is no cabinet. It's kind of the worst case of karma ever. Up until now, I've had a really good internet connection, better than a lot of other people, because I'm so close to the exchange. Now, everyone else is upgrading to fibre because they have to have a cabinet between them and the exchange, and I can't get it. The irony.
Yeah.
Never mind. Come on.
I was just wondering, I wonder what Europa will be like in Elite Dangerous, but we won't find out until we get the planetary landings.
Damn. Well, we can see it from orbit at least, that's the main thing. But
don't the scientists reckon there's possibility of life on Europa?
Yeah, it's always been an interesting thing, isn't it? It's like under the ice, they think it's the most likely location for...
The basis of that being that they reckon it's hot under the ice. It's like volcanic vents.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, because of the it's not so much from the sun and everything, isn't it? It's internal pressures on the planet from like the proximity to Jupiter and all that, which is kind of it's like Io. That was the thing I was thinking actually.
Yeah, and they've noticed on Earth that the deep ocean floor and that, like way down where the sun doesn't get to. But there's little volcanic vents, and then there's creatures around the volcanic vents.
It's insane, isn't it? These kind of what do they call them? Is it extremophiles or something? These life forms?
I don't know.
I'm really sad like that. I read a lot of white papers and things like that. So yeah, I think that's what they call that form of bacteria. But it's insane that life can exist.
No, we're not even talking bacteria. We're talking like crabs and things.
Really? My word.
Yeah.
That is quite crazy. Jesus, I didn't realise complex life could actually survive in conditions like that. It seems quite insane.
Yeah, we're talking like crabs and sea anemones.
Anemones. Where do you live, Nemo?
Sea anemone.
Okay, kid, don't hurt yourself. See, I know all of these kids' films like the back of my hand.
You're gonna have me doing Mr. Ray in a minute.
Oh, let's go to the ocean,
Let's make the days of the sea.
I think that's the wonderful thing about having kids is you get to do all these things and you've got a great excuse for it. It's like you want to watch all these new movies, but it's kind of embarrassing going to the cinema and watching Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. So with kids, it's like you've got a great excuse. It's like,
I didn't think Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 was as good as the first one.
No, there was a lot of like food-related puns, but that was pretty much it, wasn't it? There was nothing really particularly funny about it, which was a shame. But no, it was a good laugh. The boys enjoyed it, so.
I like Steve the monkey.
Oh, he's my favourite. I work with a guy now, and that's his. He is called Steve, and that's his Skype avatar because he's really chatty, and all the guys wind him up about it.
But Steve in the first film was better than Steve in the second film.
Yeah, I must admit he was brilliant. Just his kind of odd little quips when he's when Flint Lockwood's there. He's like, "Do you think we can do it, Steve?" And it's can. Excellent, love it.
And the dad's moustache when he's going touch. The dad's swatting him away each time.
Love it.
And the Flint Stiffstoner.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I love those things. Sorry, what was that again?
We could probably fill the 2 hours just talking about kids' movies.
I got this like stack of DVDs here. We could quite happily go through. Dear, they do love their movies. Oh, here we go. 3 kilometers above the surface. Whoa, this is scary. We're getting. You always tell when you're close to the surface of a planet or a moon or something in this game because you start to get the extra detail kicks in. The little 3D objects start to spawn all over the surface. That's when you know you need to slow down.
Right.
Right, so we're coming up close. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to try and plan a maneuver to land on that plane there because I can plan out the twist and the tilt and the everything else, and that's going to be a 22-second burn. Right here. I'm probably going to need to rotate this thing all the way around. Yeah, I do regret that we're not going to see planetary landings, but I'm glad that they're going to be doing them correctly. So like we were saying last night, waiting until they're happy with it and it's working the way they want to do. I think it's going to be some really interesting things. I mean, like you're saying, like Europa and stuff like that. I mean, that's just scratching the surface, so to speak. I'm thinking of things like all the other moons, like Io and Ganymede and stuff like that. Those are going to be interesting enough anyway. But then when you look at things like you're going to have that, but then multiply that up 1,000 times for all of the other different star systems out there as well. It's going to be absolutely crazy. The amount of stuff that we can go and see and do. I was because I paid for Star Citizen. Well, I think I've mentioned that a few times, but some of their things came up on YouTube today, and I was thinking, well, they've made 10 times the amount of money that the guys at Frontier have, and they just seem to be spending it on fancy videos and marketing. You know what I mean? It's just all these fancy videos. It's like, where's the game? It's like, I'm sorry guys, it's like, I don't want to get onto bashing you, but it's like, where's the game? It's like, come on, it's like, I backed you as well, I want to see something. It's like all this great material we're getting out of the guys at Frontier, and then it's just the Cloud Imperium don't seem to be producing any information whatsoever. It's just, you know.
It's like the less money you have, the better game you seem to make.
Yeah, I think there's a like it's like the bell curve. Like there's a point where you break even, where you know, it's like you realize you have to try hard because you haven't got enough money to just go willy-nilly and just buy all the latest tech and do all the latest things and all that sort of stuff. It's like, you know, you've got enough money to just about do it the way you want to do it. So you have to knuckle down and work hard at it. And I think that shows in what the guys at Frontier have done. They've worked damn hard.
It's like the guys making No Man's Sky.
Oh yeah.
They're claiming procedural generation at the atomic level.
Really?
Yes, and what they've produced so far in videos seems impressive. And it's like, who are these guys? We've never heard of them before. Have they got any money to make this? Because they're not even going down the Kickstarter route. They don't want to.
No?
No, they don't want to do a Kickstarter.
Okay, weird.
Yeah. So it's like, have you got any budget for this game at all?
No, it's odd.
There's rumours that they've done a deal with Sony.
Oh, right. Okay, maybe they're getting...
I say rumours.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's like you say, Chris Roberts has got like 30-odd million in dollars. $30-odd million.
Yeah.
And that's what he's producing. And then you've got Frontier with a tenth of that. And what they've produced, and then you've got the guys making No Man's Sky. What budget have they got?
Yeah.
And what they're producing?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, how the heck can you do that? How can you achieve that? Insanity. There we go. Oh, that's what's left of my rocket over there.
In fact, you could even bring Josh Parnell into this, because when his Kickstarter ended, he had something like $50,000.
My word.
And that's not even as much as Frontier had.
No. It's crazy. Crazy.
And Josh Parnell on his own is outdoing Cloud Imperium Games and Chris Roberts. But that's just my opinion, obviously.
Slight pause there. I think you might be able to guess by now what's just happened.
Oh, not again.
Just as I went EVA, I think there must be some glitch which is preventing me from going. I should have hit save just before I got there. I think that deserves a biscuit for that. Damn it. So I'm like, have you ever seen the Angry Video Game Nerd?
Do you mean the German kid that smashes his keyboard up?
No, he's a guy on YouTube. He's actually been creating videos before, you know, you could post them to the internet, before the things like YouTube existed, and he does game reviews. He's an American guy, and he's exactly what he's saying. The whole kind of theme of his show is he gets angry whilst reviewing video games.
Angry Joe.
No. He's just you can Google it.
Angry Joe.
Yeah, he's on YouTube. If you go to, it's literally just called Angry Video Game Nerd. It's excellent. I've been watching all of his past videos and trying to catch up, and then also watching his newer stuff. He is bringing it, but he goes back. He looks at all like the old games, like NES games and things like that, and you know, Sega Genesis and all of the really classic titles, sort of thing. And and he he just points at all of the flaws in these old games, the way they worked and the way the control mechanisms were really awful. And he swears like a trooper. It's hilarious. But my favourite thing about it is it's like every time a game really gets him down, he's got a bottle of beer in his hand, and he's there like drinking his sorrows away. It's so funny. I think my equivalent is snacks and sweets and things like that. I'm just gonna, every time a game gets me down, I'm just gonna start snacking.
You're gonna end up joining the elite fitness group.
Yeah, I thought I saw a thread on that actually.
Yeah, another one by Psycho Cow.
I hear all these things keep popping up like that. It's crazy. It is it's a bit of a mad community, isn't it? Here we go. That's the camera we want there, so we can see what I'm doing. Alright, before I go EVA, I'm going to save the damn thing. If it crashes one more time, I'm going to give up on EVA, because It looks like it's just not going to let me do it, which is such a pain in the backside because that's where you get the majority of science points from. Is from the EVA. You get you know, you bring back a surface sample or something. That's the best way of obtaining science points in this game. But damn. If that's the case, that's really gonna knacker me. Never mind. I can always complete the mission next time. I'll do it off air or something like that. Try again. And hopefully I can complete it and get the points that I need. I'll show you. I'll have to show you the science tracker after we do this, actually, because it keeps a record of. That's what Science Archives, I think they call it now. Keeps a record of all the experiments you've done and where you've done them. It's really handy, so you don't lose track of what you have left to do, so to speak.
Okay, I need to go AFK for a moment.
Yep, sure, no problem.
Back in a minute.
Okie dokie. Oh dear. Oh dear, I wasn't concentrating then, was I? There we go. I left that thing thrusting. Never mind. Whoopsie! That's gonna eventually plummet into the ground, but hey ho. Right, we need to kick off this velocity. Wait, that was very close. Get that. So we're falling down vertically. That thing didn't have. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Didn't have much fuel left in it anyway. And we drift down ever so slowly. Never mind. Relaxing music. There we go. Da 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 dee 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 dee. Whee! I'm gonna get sick doing that. My word. Kind of glad in a way we don't have rift support for this. I would be filling the chuck bucket up. 2.7 kilometers away. It's got to be hitting the surface soon. There we go. Boom.
And I'm back.
Hey there. So I was just thinking to myself, there was something I was been meaning to mention about this. The next version of Kerbal that gets released, I've been reading up about it. They are going to have a bigger. Well, bigger. This is kind of a more complicated kind of system for economy and things like that. There's going to be this idea of you got science points, you're going to have reputation, and like a budget. So you're really going to have to plan exactly how you want to do these things, because you can trade them off. You know, so you can gain science points, and if your reputation is low, you can, or no, if your budget is low, you can sell patents in science form to earn cash and things like that, and you can spend cash on buying new equipment and vice versa. So there's like a three-pronged sort of system you can do there. So I'm going to try an EVA one more time and see whether we get there. Oh, that's working. Quick. You feel like a superhero when you jump in the low gravity. You sneak a taste of the surface sample. Nope, it definitely is not made of delicious dessert products. Nice. Plant a flag. Where are we?
Ken Payton says, you better save now.
Yeah, I saved just before, yeah. Oh dear, right, so I'm going to plant a flag. Now I'm using the flag so I keep, it helps me keep track of where I've done. So this is, we're in the Minmus Flats, so flats F up, because that took so many attempts to get there. But I love the way he walks on this. It's like every step he like jumps a meter in the air. It's excellent. If I actually jump, I could probably clear this craft quite easily.
Leap tall buildings in a single bound.
Woo! It's Super Kerbal. It's crazy. It's actually the jetpack that these guys have. is powerful enough that you can get them into orbit around this planet. What I'll do is if I now this is working actually. Let's save. Oh, I keep spamming the save key, and let's see if we can do this. Where are we? I can't figure out which. I love the zoom on this as well. This tiny little speck. You can zoom right out to almost planetary level, and you can still see where you are. You can zoom all the way down in. Great engine they've got here with the way they've well, I think it's the Unity engine, but what they've done to extend it to support it is quite good. Excellent. How tiny and insignificant this little Kerbal is. So let's do it. Let's do it for fun. Go on. Let's dum dum da dum.
Pom 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 pom.
So what's he at now? He has got a... No, come on. No, no, I didn't do it. I didn't do it fast enough. Come on. I don't know what velocity vector I'm travelling in. That's the problem. It's kind of tricky to keep track when you're not inside the space. You don't have the instrumentation. It's difficult to see what you're doing. I'm probably going to end up killing this poor little dude, but hey. He's really, really flying. It's really, really going. There is actually one small asteroidal body that you can get to where you have a bigger arc that you can jump on because the gravity is even lower. Again, I think it's Ike. It's called. It's one of the moons around the kind of Venus-like planet. So we'll have to try it. So let's get this up. This is there. This is there. Periap's there. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Whee, touchy, touchy. There we go. I don't know why I just set up an Uber, because I realised once I'd done it that, oh hey, hang on a second, I can't actually see my nav ball or anything, but hey. So he's got more than half of his EVA fuel left, and he's still going. He's still going. I think we can probably get a complete orbit around this moon and back to where we landed. Why not? Why not? Oh my word! He's now going 20 kilometers up above the surface. This is how low this gravity is. And I love the little icon. You get this tiny, tiny little icon of a little Kerbal instead of a spacecraft. It's excellent. So he's going to land practically on the other side of this thing. It's insane. I don't even know what direction he's travelling in there. Trying to aim him towards the horizon, but it's incredibly difficult to see what you're doing. I have to keep switching back to the map, making sure he's actually going that way. Excellent. There we go. He's in orbit. He's going to get close to the planet there. But let's see how close he gets. Excellent. Let's take his little jetpack off. See, fortunately at the moment we don't actually have any life support systems or anything in here, so you don't have to worry about giving him oxygen or food for a few days. They're quite happy. And this poor little dude is just floating freely. He is completely in orbit on nothing but his jetpack. Excellent. He's See, you can do it. It is possible. Let's turn on his little things. Get him to spin around slightly. Come on, turn around, turn around. Take one last look at that sun cow. Turn around, turn around. Woo! Whoa! Oh, he's gonna be sick.
Oh, that must be the worst thing ever if you're in a spacesuit doing an EVA and you throw up.
Oh, it's like, where's it gonna go? There ain't nowhere it can go. Oh, that would be awful. That would be really,
I
really
wonder.
awful.
NASA must have a procedure for that, surely.
They probably do. There, that's something for you to Google. You're good at finding things on the internet. Go on.
Oh, all right then.
Oh dear. We look up crazy so you don't have to.
Sh-
I take it
What?
they do.
What happens when an astronaut farts in his sealed up space?
Brilliant, brilliant. Oh god, they could have a procedure for that as well. Oh dear, dear, dear.
What happens if an astronaut vomits in his helmet? Here we go.
Excellent.
Oh, it's been deleted. Well, why are you still on
Oh.
frickin' Google then?
Ah, come on. We want to. These things are critical. That we need to know these little tidbits of information. You know.
This is from Yahoo Answers. What would happen if an astronaut were to vomit in his spacesuit while the space shuttle was making its way? He or she has to live with it until the others can help clean it up. This does happen. A launch involves sudden acceleration. You feel like your weight is tripled. Lots of shaking, mostly because the solid fuel boosters, and sudden weightlessness as the rockets are shut down. All this within minutes. Despite all the training, some people do vomit. However, astronauts who think they could be subject to nausea will often take something. Could be something as simple as medicated patch before the launch.
So they do have a procedure. Excellent. That's just nasty. Oh dear, God bless them. They do really have to think of everything. It's quite funny. I was watching some videos. I think it was on YouTube where someone had put back in some of the audio, which I think was originally deleted from the Apollo landing broadcasts, but they edited it back in. And there was some really kind of funny things that were being said, and you know, some other things that were quite hair-raising moments. You're thinking, you know, are they going to be able to make this? You know, all right, we're coming in. We're coming in for a landing, I think. Oh, Bill has made his complete orbit around Minmus with nothing but his own two legs to push him off. The problem is now I have no idea what speed he's travelling at. He must be travelling at some rate of knots to actually get over the surface this quick, and he's got 0.5 of his jetpack left, so... come on, come on. I gotta slow him down. I gotta slow him right down. Come on. He might slam into the surface so hard that it kills him. This is the trouble now.
I was going to say the surface will slow him down.
Oh! Yep. Yep. Damn.
Dead Kerbal.
Dead Kerbal. We're going to have to reload. But it is
You're
possible.
mean.
This game's all about how many Kerbals. One thing I think they really should do, I think would be a nice addition, is when they eventually do add it. The moment they've got the recruiting facility, so you can see all the Kerbals that you've recruited. I don't know if do you ever play Cannon Fodder on the Amiga?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it was one of my favourite games on the Amiga. Excellent. Tiny, tiny little sprites like lemmings, that sort of scale. But they were little army dudes getting shot at and killed and whatnot. And the great thing about it was as you lost your troops, you were kind of reminded of your failures because you had like these rolling hills on the start screen, which filled up with gravestones of all of your little troops, and there are these excellent kind of like little mechanic built in where like the better they were, the better ranking soldier they were when they died, the better gravestone they had, and it was really, really funny because it was like you saw how many things you felt really bad for it. It was like how many of you topped, and I was like, you know, it was quite funny. I think it would be nice to have something similar in here, so you can see all of the little Kerbals that you've ended up taking out. Oh, it'd be quite good.